All right, today's hot topic has to be Xbox Game Pass. I know I made a video the day that it was announced that they were increasing the price of Ultimate up to $30. I was trying to look on the positive side. And after reading some more articles that came out within the last 2 days after I made that video, and really diving in to what the issue is with it, it doesn't sit right with me because there's a lot of misleading information out there, especially when it comes to the gaming journalist world, that they keep misleading people. So let's talk about this. So first things first, we're going to start off talking about the topic of conversation I've seen a lot of people really talking about, and that is the fact that the day it was announced, like the website for Microsoft and Xbox Game Pass completely crashed with the amount of people that were going in to cancel their subscriptions. It going from $20 a month to $30 a month, that is a lot of money, especially in this microeconomic world, as a lot of these gaming developer and just business people are talking about microeconomics. And it feels like the gaming world is really losing their way when it comes to how much they're pricing games. You're going to charge me $80 for a game that doesn't even work day one, or potentially needs to be patched until it finally works. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with games that eventually become great. Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky. But the problem is, charging full retail price for a game that's probably in beta still, it just doesn't sit right with me. The next thing we're going to talk about is right here. Reports say that Microsoft gave up $300 million for Call of Duty sales as a result of Game Pass. That doesn't sound right. You know why? Because they increased the cost of Game Pass last year. And in this article, they talk about how, right here, earlier this year, Call of Duty continued to dominate sales charts as the numbers one of the highest selling titles in the United States. Later in May, they reported Black Ops 6 was the highest grossing title in the franchise history. Okay, but at the same token, you have this game that is ruled by microtransactions. What the fuck? Then you come over here in 2021. This is another talking point I have during the battle with Sony, who is like, we don't want Microsoft to own Activision. Why? Because more than 1 million PlayStation players only play Call of Duty. Like, there's your 300 million right there, Microsoft. Like, there should be no reason why Game Pass should go up again due to, Call of Duty basically coming to Game Pass day one. And it doesn't, the other thing that doesn't sit right with me is like Sony really fighting with Microsoft and getting the FTC involved, the Federal Trade Commission, basically saying that it's a monopoly. When you look at anime in the Western world, Sony owns all the freaking streaming services that offer anime other than like Netflix, shall we say. Coming over here, Xbox Game Pass makes $5 billion as Microsoft reports massive growth. This was as of July 31st, 2025. You made $5 billion. You've shut down multiple fucking gaming studios. You've laid off multiple, like probably almost tens of thousands of people, but yet you want to increase the price of Ultimate to $30 instead of the $20 because you left $300 million on the table. The other topic that you got to also really point out is an analyst claimed Microsoft's Xbox has become the top game publisher in the world. Like, I think it's kind of funny. I'm wearing a Mountain Dew, like, throwback Master Chief shirt as I'm talking about this. But that's another thing that you really have to point out is Microsoft absolutely has become the juggernaut they wanted to be. And they've become the bad guy. So then we roll over here, right? So talking Essential, $10, Premium, $14.99, and Ultimate, $30. I always hate when companies use $9.99. Why? Because it looks cheaper than $10, and you can justify spending $9.99 because it's not $10. It's like the $14.99 here. You can justify that. Why? Because it's not $15. That's how they get into your psyche when it comes to it. I used to work retail all the time back in the day. But the other thing is they offer streaming games, and then streaming games are best quality with the shortest wait times. While Dexerto over here earlier today reports Microsoft is preparing to announce free Xbox Cloud gaming with ads. There'll be around a 2-minute pre-roll of ads before a game is available, and up to 5 hours of free gaming time a month. 5 hours isn't enough time, and it's not free. I hate when people are like, oh, well, it's free if you have Game Pass. It's free if you... No, you got to pay the admission fee. And the admission fee for this free game streaming is pre-roll ads. The most valuable thing that me and you have is our time. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're paying Microsoft your time to get that 5 hours of free game time a month, or that hour of free game time. That's not cool. So then we move back over here. So over here, like I said earlier, it was very misleading when it came to a lot of the game journalism talking about this price increase. Because one of the biggest talking points they had was they're offering Ubisoft Classic at, that's like $15 a month. Come over here, you're not getting premium. You're getting classics, right? Look, Ubisoft Plus Classics. Ubisoft Plus Classics. This is $7.99 a month. This isn't that $16 or $17 they were advertising in all the articles that we read about this. You're getting the bottom of the barrel shit, baby. On top of that, they also talk about how you have EA Play. Well, you come over here, EA Play, you're not getting Play Pro. You're getting Play. You're getting bottom of the barrel. That's $6 a month. So you got $6 and then $8. It's what, 14? And then on top of that, they're also throwing the Fortnite Crew in there, which is $12. And the Fortnite Crew is the only one that isn't shrouded in like this mystery that, because there's only one tier of that. You're getting one tier. Now, people that play Fortnite, this might actually be worth it, because then you could cancel your Fortnite Crew and you save yourself basically $2. Mind you, I'm not trying to justify this price increase by Microsoft, but I am looking kind of on the brighter side, and that is if you have Fortnite Crew, you can cancel your Fortnite Crew, and you're saving yourself basically $2 if you already have the Game Pass Ultimate, right? But I do want to point out there that they offer the EA Play, not EA Play Pro. They do offer the classics, not the premium. And with that being said, when you come over here and you look at the difference, like here's the EA Play, right? You're looking at older titles, right? You get the Football Club 25, you get the Madden 25, you get F1 24. But a lot of these are just older shovelware, shall we say. You get the Need for Speed Unbound, Sims 4, yada, yada, yada. You're not getting that upper echelon of games that EA has to offer, right? It's all shovelware. But if you come over here and click on the Pro, let's go back to page 1. You're getting the new F1 2025. You're getting the Sims 2 25th anniversary bundle. You're getting, of course, some of the other ones that we saw already in the lower tier, which, I mean, it is what it is. But I do want to point that out is you're getting a lot of bloatware. You're getting a lot of shovelware. You're getting a lot of stuff that you're probably not going to play with EA Play. And then on top of that, you're probably not getting Battlefield 6 day one with EA Play, unlike EA Play Pro. Then we come over here to Ubisoft, right? Let's scroll back up. So this is the Classic Collection. You're getting Siege X, you're getting Monopoly, you're getting Skull and Bones, baby, the first quadruple A title out there. You're getting Prince of Persia Lost Crown, and you're getting a bunch of stuff that you're like, meh, that's cool. But if you come over here to Ubisoft Premium, that a lot of the game journalists were like, oh, that's the one you're getting. No, you're not. Then you're getting a lot of the better games, the Siege X's, the Division 2s, the new Assassin's Creeds, right? You're getting the premium edition of the first quadruple A title out there, Skull and Bones. Personally, is it worth the price increase for a $8 a month, add-on? No. I think, like I said, the only one that is truly like not ambiguous and really like trying to fucking feed you shit is Fortnite Crew, because it's only one subscription side. You're getting the battle pass, the OG battle pass. Well, you're getting the skin, pickaxe, back bling, the battle pass, OG battle pass, Lego, music, V-Bucks, 1,000 V-Bucks, with the Rocket Pass for Rocket League. Now, if you guys play Rocket League and Fortnite, might be worth it. And I say that, like I said earlier, because you're saving $2. I'm not trying to justify Microsoft being greedy, but this is not right. On top of that, this is the funny part. So you come over here, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, right? Let's go most popular. You look at the most popular games here. For the most part, there's quite a few free titles on here. And you might ask, what do you mean free titles? Warzone, free title. It's owned by Microsoft as well. I'm not saying don't advertise your game, but I'm just saying, like, this should not be included in the most popular Xbox Game Pass titles. The other one I want to point out is Halo Infinite. And I only point this out because Halo Infinite, this is for the campaign. The multiplayer is free. And then a bunch of older titles in here, You got Black Ops 6 cross-gen bundle. But if you come down here, there's another Black Ops 6. That's the Windows edition. So they're double dipping when it comes to it. But it does give you Expedition 33. The other thing that really doesn't sit well with me when it comes to looking at a lot of these is the fact that online console multiplayer. We're in the year 2025. We're not in 2008. Online multiplayer should be fucking free. Period. End of story. You look at the people that play on the PC, you get your multiplayer for free. You don't have to pay for it. And I think that consoles should be free as well. I don't think it's fair to charge players to take their console online and play with their friends. Food for thought. Let's go full screen. Do I find that the look at the little one sleeping back there? Do I find that the price increase is worth the juice to squeeze? No, absolutely not. I know you heard me talking about if you have the Fortnite Crew, it makes it worth it. Yeah, because you save like $2. But if you're a Game Pass Ultimate player, I think it's very unfair that they turn around. They basically added $10 to the price of Ultimate, and then the premium tier isn't as good. And you don't get to play on the premium tier. You don't get to play the new Xbox published games on day one. You have to wait potentially 12 months for it to come out. Where the Ultimate is where they're going to really paywall you and tell you you're not allowed to play our games day one on our subscription service unless you have the Ultimate tier. To me, that's just no bueno. It's just not fun. It's just not good business in general. Like I said, when it comes down to a lot of these game journalists, where they were talking about how it's added, X amount. Well, they didn't add X amount because you're not getting the premium tier. You're getting the lower tier. You're getting the $5 a month, the $7 a month, the $8 a month, $6 a month, whatever it is. You're not getting that premium tier and getting those premium games from EA and Ubisoft. Just food for thought. Anyways, you guys, y'all take it easy. Have a great and wonderful day. Don't forget to mash that like button, subscribe. Every little bit helps out immensely. But until next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye.